Brighton Hove Albion 0. Arsenal Football Club 3. Yes, people. Welcome back to another Arsenal match reaction. I do first want to apologize for not being able to stream after the Luton game in midweek. Thankfully, I didn't miss much. It's my first missed stream for Arsenal in like 2 seasons now. So hopefully you guys managed without me. But regardless, what a good game that was. And even better today, man. What a victory for Arsenal Football Club, winning 3-0 against Brighton Hove Albion. A game on paper that was meant to be very difficult. And I think it was. I think the scoreline does flatter us a little bit. I do think Brighton posed a real good threat, especially, I want to say, in the first half when they had some good chances. But overall, I do have to say, guys, really delighted with the game today, man. Really assured performance, controlled from minute 1 to minute 95. Superb, genuinely superb. That was the performance of title challengers, and not just title challengers, title winners. That performance was the way we just controlled that game against a really solid opposition. We created a lot of chances in the first half. Probably should have scored before. We did end up scoring from Saka, to be honest with you guys. He had a really good chance. Jesus had a good chance. Gabriel had a chance with a header after about, a minute, 2 minutes, if that. So I think we created an abundance of chances today and deservedly won the game. And now, pressure's over to Liverpool tomorrow. They've got a massive game against Manchester United in the Premier League at Old Trafford. If they don't manage to win that game, we stay top of the table. And that's exactly what we want, because with 9 games left, the games are coming thick and fast. So it's up to us now to get going. And the difference between us this season and last season is this year, we've hit form at the right time. I feel like last year, we hit form too early. We were hitting form like November, October time. By the time we got to February, March, April, we basically dipped in form and we won the descendancy. Whereas this year, it feels like we've hit form February, March, April time, which is much better. Much better than hitting form at the start of the season. So we're starting to get better and better and better. And each game, I'm seeing something different from Arsenal, but something I'm proud of. The game against Man City, pure defensive masterclass. Simeone, Mourinho type performance. Nothing against it. People say that normally thinking it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. We showed a different aspect of our game. You can't win every single football match or get a point or get a result from every single football match playing beautiful football, tiki-taka through midfield. We got the result against Man City playing defense with a defensive masterclass, playing to defend and playing off the counter-attack. Against Luton, got our job done in the first half, cleaned up in the second half. Sat good, sat pretty at the back, and just let the game eke out. Many will say it was boring. I say it was controlled performance. We got 3 points. That's all that matters. And again today against Brighton, away from home. Tough place to go, the Amex. Tough opposition, but we got the job done. Approach the game from a very professional mindset. Go there, take care of business. 1-0, carried on going, got the second goal. After that, defended really well. The last 10 minutes of the game, it was basically like a training game for Brighton, not necessarily from a bad point for Arsenal, just because we sat there and said, okay, break us down. We trust our defense. We're 3-0 up, we're 2-0 up, break us down, man. And they didn't. And we made a game save. Well, I say game saving, the game wasn't in jeopardy, but a goal saving challenge from Gabriel right at the end with the block. And for me, that epitomized this whole Arsenal team, especially the defense. We're 3-0 up. A goal conceded isn't the end of the world, but they still defend with their bodies on the line. Like a clean sheet is like bonus points for Arsenal. That's what it feels like. And that's what I want to see, because throughout my lifetime of being an Arsenal fan, I'm 21, turning 22 in a few weeks' time, end of April. I've always seen growing up Arsenal teams that I'm not proud of. Like, they don't embody the Arsenal team I want to see. I know, obviously, I've got parents, obviously, that supported Arsenal, or older, like uncles, etc. Friends I know older that said the Arsenal Invincibles team was unbelievable. But I never saw that with my own 2 eyes. I was too young to really remember the Arsenal Invincibles. So for me, first watching Arsenal from like 2008, 2009, I've just seen bad Arsenal. Yeah, I've seen decent players like Fabregas, Cazorla, Van Persie, Sanchez, Ozil, players like that are decent footballers. But for the most part, I've never seen a full Arsenal 11 that I can get behind, that I can genuinely think is capable of winning the highest trophies in this game. And I genuinely see that with this Arsenal team. I do believe this Arsenal team can win the biggest trophies out there. Yes, we might need a little bit more of additions, like maybe for me, another striker. I know Havertz played well today, but another top striker. And for me, I think we do need another midfielder, especially if Partey comes out and Jorginho's reaching the end of his sell-by date. But for the most part, this 11 on the pitch and the few substitutions we've got, I genuinely see that as a title contending and Champions League contending team. And for the first time in my lifetime, I can say that. I can say I'm watching an Arsenal team that I believe in. I genuinely think has got the capability of going very far in every single competition that it exists in. So I do want to give them a heap of credit, the Arsenal team. And today, look, Brighton are no scrubs. I know it's not their best game they played today. I know that De Zerbi struggled in certain matches, but Brighton are no scrubs. They're a very good football team. And a lot of the rivals would have come into this game expecting Arsenal, not necessarily to drop points, but to have a really tough game. And although I do think 3-0 does slightly flatter us, I do think Brighton had a decent game overall. Well, when I say decent, I don't think they were fantastic, but they created some good chances, especially in the first half. I do think rivals would look at this game and go, wow, another Arsenal victory where no goals conceded, scored 3 goals away from home, and dispatched of Brighton like it was light work, like it was another day in the office, when Brighton away on paper should be a very tough game to contend with. And to be honest, guys, right now, out of all the title contenders, Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool, Arsenal are the best team right now. Form-wise, the way we're performing defensively and attacking-wise, I think we're the best team out of all of them. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean much right now. It matters what the table is at the end of May. But if there's one thing that we can take on board and actually take as a positive, the performances I'm seeing from all 3 teams, I'm watching all 3 of the teams, and I'll be watching Liverpool tomorrow in a big game against Manchester United. But from what I've seen, out of all 3 teams, Arsenal are performing the best. I genuinely think that. I think we're performing the best. I think we're getting the most out of our players. We're the most cohesive squad. We look the best tactically drilled. And we look like on any given day, we will get the victory. And it's been proven. It's been proven in our results recently. We're yet to lose in the Premier League in 2024. 1 draw, and that was away to Man City, the toughest game you can get in the Premier League. Against the big teams this season, right? We've got a point against Man City away, a point against Liverpool away, and beat both those teams at home. 4 points out of 6 against both Man City and Liverpool. If that does not prove that we are the best out of those 3 teams, I don't know what will. Now, obviously, the best team does not always go on to win the Premier League and win the Championship. Of course, I understand that. But I think we can take solace in the fact that we are the best team on paper and we are performing the best right now. And if we keep it going, there's no reason we can't win this title. No reason whatsoever. Let's get into your comment. Omar Tubi, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Also getting closer step by step. Hashtag focus Arsenal. 100%, brother. You nailed it on the head, man. Hit the nail on the head with this one. Step by step, keep going if you're Arsenal Football Club. No need to get too ahead of ourselves. On the flip side, no need to be sitting there thinking it's still a long way away. 1 game at a time. It's April the 6th. The title ends in just over a month, the title race. So it can go very slow or very fast. It all depends on the performances. And right now, to be honest with you guys, I'm liking the football. Bit by bit, I think we're playing really, really well. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from us, and long may it continue. Tuesday, massive game against Bayern Munich. Massive, massive football game. Hopefully we turn up, get the job done, and keep moving forward in the right direction. RD12, appreciate you on the stream. My friend, have been doing really, really well. We're actually quite good at football, aren't we? Bro, we are fantastic, man. Like, genuinely, I was saying it's the first time in my lifetime, and I know you're younger than me, Rory, but the first time in my lifetime, being 21, almost turning 22 years old, where I'm actually seeing an Arsenal team that I think is damn near complete. I don't think you can find I don't think there'll ever be a perfect team. I don't believe in perfection, but this Arsenal team is as close as you can get to a complete Arsenal team I've seen in my lifetime. Well, I genuinely think this team is capable of winning the biggest trophies. Even if we don't sign anyone, I think we can. Signing people, of course, would be brilliant because I think you should always look to improve, because if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards in football because of the relativity of the clubs around you. But I genuinely think that this 11 and the subs we've got right now is capable of winning the biggest trophies in this game. I do genuinely think that. Zinchenko did my heading at times today. Yeah, here's the thing about Zinchenko, man. Like, I like the guy, make no mistake about it, in terms of what he brings to the team, but I just don't think he's needed anymore. I think we've grown to perform without Zinchenko. I genuinely believe that if Zinchenko wasn't playing today, we would have still won the game. Yes, he can slot into midfield, but for me, I'd rather have a Tomiyasu or Timber or even Kivior that can defend at left back and let Ben White invert. I've got no problem with that either. Like, because the thing is, he's a weak spot. Like, look at Brighton in the first half. Of course, they didn't score, but they created more chances than I saw Man City create. That I saw, to be honest, let's be real, in the game before Forest create or Palace create when we played them. Like, let's be genuinely honest about it, guys, yeah? Brighton created more chances than Man City because they identified the weak spot. They identified that they don't want to attack down Ben Whiteside. They don't want to attack down Saliba. They don't really want to attack down Gabriel, but they'll attack down Zinchenko's side. Out of all those 4 defenders, Zinchenko is the one to target. Adingra was having a field day line up against Zinchenko. He was licking his lips. Him and Lamptey were combining beautifully at times in the first half. Thankfully, it didn't cost us. But like I said, if we keep performing in this vein, it could cost us. It very much could. But look, at the end of the day, guys, yeah, it didn't. I still think Zinchenko shouldn't play midweek. I think in our best team, Zinchenko doesn't play. I think our best 11 has Timber at left back, Ben White at right back, Partey CDM, Rice, Odegaard, and then for me, Saka, Martinelli, and Kai Havertz up front. I've seen enough. I think Gabriel Jesus gets dropped, and I think Havertz is our starting striker. I'm genuinely saying that, guys. I know who would have thought it at the start of the season, me saying that, but I genuinely think Arsenal's strongest 11 is Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Ødegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Kai Havertz up front. Hey, don't hate me, man. That's what I'm thinking. Nerds that don't know the rules of the game, touching the ball doesn't automatically mean that you've won the ball. He got more of the man than he did with the ball at the end of the story. Is a pen. Yeah, I don't know why there was a debate. He took out Gabriel Jesus. For me, it's a stonewall penalty. I don't know why this is a debate. Even if he touched the ball, he went through Zinchenko. The only way that that's allowed is if you go through the ball first and then through the man. Like you take the ball, like you take the man out as a byproduct of going through the football. But bro, if he kicked the ball away and then just kicked Gabriel Jesus, that's still a penalty. He took out Jesus, man. So for me, yeah, stonewall penalty. Don't know why people are complaining, to be honest. Mali, I appreciate on stream, my friend. I'm doing really, really well. I'm so happy you won again. Yeah, big win, man. Fantastic as well, because it's a tough game, Brighton away. It's probably one of the tougher games we've got left in the season. So we did really well to win the game today. It was like the penalty that Chelsea got given against Tottenham earlier on in the season. Yes, I remember when they won 4-1. Similar circumstance. He needs to be sold in the summer. Zinchenko, yeah, let him go, man. Genuinely, I would not mind if Zinchenko goes. I know a lot of people like what he brings to the team. Yeah, look, fine. I get it, man. Like, he can slot into midfield and he can invert. Ben White can invert. I've seen Kivior invert. Yeah, they might not be as good, but at least they can defend. And for me, your first port of call is defending. Would you rather have a player that can invert or a player that can defend? For me, I'd rather have a player that can defend, because I've got other players that can invert. And in my opinion, right, if you're relying on Zinchenko to be the inverted player that can create us chances, you're living in cuckoo land, bro. Why do you think Ødegaard's in the team? Why do you think Saka's in the team? Jesus, Havertz, Rice, Jorginho, they're in the team to create chances. My brother, if you're a defender, you're there to defend. Like, I'm not being funny. Let's be completely honest about it, guys, yeah? If you're relying on Zinchenko to be the link piece from defense to attack, it's not the right play. You've got players in the team that can create chances. They're Ødegaard, Jorginho, Rice, Saka. All them, man, deal with creating chances. Let that be their headache. Your job as a defender is to defend. And if you slot into midfield and create chances going forward, so be it. That's a bonus. But for me, I'd rather have 4 defenders that I can trust to defend. I can trust Ben White. I could trust Saliba. I could trust Gabriel. And I can't trust Zinchenko right now. That's my problem. But I don't want to bash him too much because we did win the game at the end of the day. I don't think it's right to just slander Zinchenko. But that's just my what's it called? My 2 cents on it. Adios. Yeah, goodbye, man. Havertz is definitely proving people wrong. Yeah, he's coming to form at the right time, bro. He was sleepwalking start of the season. I do want to say that. But when we come to crunch time, toward the back end of the season, the brother started to turn up. So big up him for that, man. He's really starting to put in the performances right now. So I have to give Kai Havertz a lot of credit. I wasn't a fan, but I'm converted. I'm not fully converted yet because I think it's too early. But for one thing for sure, he's in our strongest 11. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. And my opinion is always this, right? I want Arsenal to do best. That's my thought process. Yes, I might say a player ain't good enough, like Zinchenko. I don't think it's good enough to start for Arsenal. Yes, I might say players are really good and good enough to start for Arsenal, like Rice, like players like Saka, Ødegaard, etc. But at the end of the day, right, I just want Arsenal to do well. So if Havertz goes on to score a goal now for every game of the season, and he makes me eat my words from the start of the year, so be it. If we go on to win a title and Zinchenko scores the winner away at Tottenham, and we go on to win the title because of that, so be it. At the end of the day, right, prove me wrong and let Arsenal win the title. Because I care more about my club winning than I do about me being right. Trust me. Trust me. I'd rather Arsenal win every day of the week, man. If I say Zinchenko's going to have a bad game and he goes and scores a hat-trick, for example, and has an absolute blinder defensively, so be it, man. I'll clap him off, say he had a fantastic job. Man United need to win. I think they'll get a result. To be honest, I think they will at Old Trafford. Look, can Liverpool win the game? Absolutely. And I do think if Liverpool do win the game, that will make them title favourites. To be crystal clear with you guys, I think if Liverpool win tomorrow, they go clear title favourites. That's a tough game going away to Old Trafford. But if United get something, even a point, I'm not asking necessarily for a win, but even a point, and it blows it wide open again. And at that point, Arsenal are top of the table and we're in the best form. So you got to say it's looking pretty for us. It's looking dandy. That Trossard goal was reminiscent to the goal Alexis scored away at West Ham in 2016. Yeah, when he skanked and put the keeper down and chipped over him. Yeah, I know exactly the goal you're talking about. When we won like 5-1, Sanchez scored a hat-trick. The only time my mum is going to have my support for United. Yeah, I mean, look, everyone's supporting United tomorrow if you're an Arsenal fan, man. I don't care what anyone says. Put your allegiances to the side and support Man United tomorrow against Liverpool. The only solution we have left with Zinchenko is playing him in midfield or bust him. I'll be real, sell him, bro. Sell him. You can get better defenders. For me, I would sell him and get a backup centre-back / defender, like a Diomande, for example, or even get one of the Bayer Leverkusen boys, like Frimpong or Grimaldo. One of them two I'll take. Not that they'd necessarily be sold, but you never know, man. Tempt them with an offer. And get rid of Zinchenko, bro. Get rid, bro. We don't need him, man. Kai Havertz, I know, my goat. Scored again today, man. Fantastic performance. We need him in midweek against Bayern Munich, because I think Bayern Munich is a big game for Havertz. If you can hold that ball up, link up play, you never know. He knows the Germans there, so he might have a little bit of an inside scoop for us. I think he'll play a big part in helping us to hopefully win on Tuesday against Bayern Munich in what is a crunch game. If you're new around here, by the way, I haven't said it yet. Do subscribe down below on my road to 6,000 subscribers. I'd stream after basically every single Arsenal game. I'll be streaming on Tuesday for Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, and hopefully I'll be streaming tomorrow after United versus Liverpool, what is a crunch game for the Premier League. So you know exactly what to do. Subscribe down below and let me know your thoughts in the live chat. Jack will be lifting the Bundesliga next week. I hope so, man. I hope so. And Harry Kane, another season without a trophy. Well, hopefully not. If we can knock him out the Champions League, that's the main thing. I was surprised Rice didn't come off. He sounds like he needs a break. Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised Rice got subbed on. We didn't need to bring him on, to be honest, guys, against Luton. I don't know why he brought him on. For me, I don't know why Odegaard lasted like 88, 90 minutes. I don't know why that happened either. For me, I think Saka taking off was a good job. I think Zinchenko should have come off as soon as it went to 2-0. And instantly at 2-0, take Zinchenko off. For me, Odegaard should have come off earlier for Smith Rowe. Because another thing, right? Smith Rowe played so well against Luton in midweek. He should have got some minutes. I understand you want to rotate the squad and give Vieira some minutes, but Smith Rowe did so well in midweek. You're not even going to give him like 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes off the bench. Bit harsh from Arteta, I do want to say. I'm not Smith Rowe's biggest fan, but surely you reward the player that got man the match in midweek with at least some minutes off the bench in this game. Not necessarily starting, but some minutes, because I can't see him starting against Bayern Munich either. So, to be honest with you guys, man, bit harsh on that one, but it is what it is. Now we've got Bayern Munich. Then we've got about 5 days rest, and we play against Aston Villa on the weekend. So March was empty. We had no games basically in March. April, thick and fast, the games come. Every 3-4 days, the games are coming, and that can be a good thing or a bad thing. When you're in flow state right now, it's a good thing, because it's like you have game, break, training, break, game, break, training, game. You know what I mean? It's just repetitous, and it's working because we're getting results. Confidence is sky high. Players are performing well. It's all feeding it's like a positive feedback loop where we're playing games, getting good results, training, playing games after, getting good results again, and it's all feeding into each other. So right now, I think the games on top of each other are a good thing. They're a good thing right now. Bayern Munich in the midweek is a big game for us. Massive game. Because I've been in the stadium to watch Arsenal lose 3-1, 5-1 to Bayern Munich. I've been there. I had a season ticket from 2012 at Arsenal Football Club. 2012, I've seen us get demolished by Bayern Munich. I've seen us get demolished by Barcelona. I want to exert some revenge, in my opinion. I want to go into that game and exert some big time revenge on Bayern Munich, because we need to find a way to get the results, man. That's what I want. We've had enough punishment from those lot. Let's go there and let's get a proper good result against our team, against Bayern Munich in midweek, man. Smash the like button. Yeah, indeed, guys. Smash the like button down below. Make sure you do subscribe if you are new around here. I think we need to have Jesus back to centre forwards. I agree. I prefer him at centre forward, but to be honest, right now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Havertz starts ahead of him for me. Jesus right now is an impact player off the bench. Right now, to be honest with you guys, yeah, this is my team against Bayern Munich. It's in goal, Raya. It's Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, either Tomiyasu or Kivior. I'm tempted to say Kivior because he's got more of a running than Tomiyasu. Midfield, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, and then Saka, Martinelli, and Havertz up front. And if he plays Jorginho instead of Partey, I understand. But I'd go for Partey just because I know Partey is a proper good midfielder and it'll give us energy in that midfield. Goss, I appreciate you on the stream, my friend. If Mikel pulls this off, he'll be the Arsenal manager for the next few decades. Yeah, look, if he wins the title this season, I think he's already signed a new contract, but if he hasn't already, he's getting a bumper contract extension, man. And look, he deserves the bag. Like I said, I've not been Arteta's biggest fan. I've always backed the manager. I've never ever said Arteta out once. Those of you that have been here throughout the channel will know that. But I've always said that Arteta still needs to prove he can win the biggest trophies. So I wasn't quick to call him like a great manager or like a world-class manager. I think he still needs to prove it. But if he can win either the Premier League or Champions League, preferably both this season, then he goes down as a world-class manager and already as one of the greatest Arsenal managers of all time, in the likes of Wenger, Herbert Chapman, George Graham type vibes, that type of... Look, genuinely, where Arsenal were to the fact he's taken us over and in 5 years could win us a title and be the first manager in Arsenal history to win the Champions League. I think he deserves an awful lot of credit, man. Awful lot of credit. We need to win. That's a great lineup. Me too, I've never been a fan. Yeah, look, I think we can win against Bayern Munich. Definitely can win. I think it'll be a tough game, as it always is. Bayern Munich are a really good side, but I think we're good enough to win the game, to be honest with you guys. Like, if I look at Arsenal's form, if I look at our performances, we're good enough to win that game. Like, genuinely, Bayern Munich are not Bayern Munich we've seen in recent seasons. I mean, recency bias would suggest Arsenal the better team. But if you look at previous Champions League run-ins, if you look at Arsenal's pedigree in Europe compared to Bayern Munich, everyone would say Bayern Munich are favourites. But I genuinely think that we are the better team going into this game. I genuinely believe that. I think if you take away the past horrors of 5-1 to Bayern Munich, 10-2 on aggregate, 15-3 over 3 games, all that malarkey, going into this game with a fresh set of eyes, fresh players, brand new Arsenal squad, we're the better team. We could demolish Bayern Munich on Tuesday. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I don't think it's going to happen, but we could get a really good result against Bayern Munich. What would you guys take? For me, I'd take a win. I'd take a win at home. I think if we draw, I'd be a little bit worried in the away leg. But I think if we win, even if it is just 1-0, I'd take it, man. I'd take it. I back this Arsenal team to go to the Allianz and eke out a draw. I've seen us go to Anfield, go to Etihad and get a draw. Why can't we go to the Allianz and get a draw? So I genuinely do believe that if we get any sort of positive result, a win at home, I'm confident, man. I'm confident going to that away leg. Iron Robin, Arturo Vidal, Muller are no longer there. Yeah, bro. Robin and Ribéry, them two, they were licking their lips every time they played against us, bro. Andre Santos, Debuchy, Clichy. Oh, man, terrible footballers, like, genuinely. So the fact Robin and Ribéry aren't there anymore is a massive plus. And plus, if I'm not mistaken, Bayern Munich have got some injury crisis. They've got Neuer potentially out, Sane potentially out, Coman potentially out. Gnabry could have a revenge game against us. We saw him go to London already a few seasons ago and have a fantastic display against Tottenham. So, look, I don't want to take the game lightly, but I do think on paper we're the better team. Win at home, I agree. I do wish the second leg was at the Emirates, though. I do want to say that. Thomas Muller is still there. He's not the same. Yeah, look, the guy's, he feels like he's been playing football for like 3 decades right now, Thomas Muller. I don't know how he's still playing football at the highest level. Like, I remember this guy playing football in 2012. It's crazy he's been around that long. Jeremiah Musulwa, appreciate you on the stream, my friends. Awesome display, solid defense, flow midfield, and plenty of teeth up front. Yeah, superb performance, man. Defense to attack. Brilliant game of football. Delighted with how Arsenal performed. And yeah, hopefully long may it continue. Let's keep pushing in the right direction. But guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the stream today. Got to break my fast. For those of us observing Ramadan Mubarak, to everyone observing it. I'll be back on Tuesday for Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. You have to be there, guys, man. Genuinely. That's a massive game. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell notification button because you do not want to miss that stream there. Also, I'll be hopefully back tomorrow to stream after Liverpool versus Man United. We'll be talking all about the title race, Arsenal's chances, and about that game as well. I appreciate everyone that tuned into the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to catch you guys all in my next one.